These are the upcoming buffs and nerfs in Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile. At first we have the M16, probably the worst gun in the game. But next season this gun is about to get a huge update. Currently this gun can't one burst someone outside the 10-meter range. But next season this gun is getting a damage buff, a multiplier buff, a fire rate buff between the burst as well as recoil reduction in both horizontal and vertical recoil. Up next we have the LK24. This gun is pretty viable. The only thing that I think bad about this gun is the crappy iron sight that it has. That's why I think no one ever used this gun. In the next season, the horizontal recoil on this weapon, which is pretty much non-existent, is getting decreased. I don't know where they're decreasing it. It's already 0. And also buffing the ADS movement speed means the strafing, so it can actually compete with the SMG meta, which is absolutely annoying for AR mains. So yeah. Then we have a balance change to the Type 25, which got buffed last season as well. This gun is absolutely solid currently, but they are deciding to buff the stopping power reload magazine on this thing. It's getting a damage multiplier buff while also reducing the vertical and horizontal recoil and as well as the ADS penalty that it has on the stopping power. Next we are getting a buff to the ICR-1. I really don't even remember when was the last time I used this thing. I don't know how this gun can perform against the current meta, so I think the buff will help it, I guess. Man, I really need to pay more often. This gun is getting a range improvement and also a damage multiplier improvement as well. This gun has absolutely 0 recoil even with a mobility build. So I think this gun can be an insanely overpowered weapon if they give it a huge buff. Man, I'm excited for this one. They are giving a buff to the CBR-4. This gun was literally one of the longest running meta in COD Mobile history. And it's still among the top 5 SMGs, but they are still deciding to buff this thing. Well, I absolutely love the CBR-4. It's one of my favorite SMGs currently in the game, so I'm definitely excited for it to get buffed. So the buff that this gun is getting is a damage multiplier buff, which is gonna be huge, I think, and also a movement speed buff. What? How much faster are we gonna be? Are we gonna be like Flash? Okay, I don't know why I'm so cringe. Okay, let's move on. I am definitely not happy about this one. They are giving a buff to the Holger, and it's not a small buff, it's a huge buff. Do you guys remember when Holger was a thing for like 6 straight seasons? If you remember that, let me know in comments. Moving on to the buffs that it gets in the next season. The Holger don't have any range attachment, so that's why I think they are giving it a range buff, but they are also improving the damage it has and also the ADS bullet spread, which is kind of a weak spot for the Holger. It doesn't have a great ADS bullet spread, so this gun can be a possibly Holger again. It will get abused next season, so be prepared for that. This is another huge one, the Hades or the Hades. I don't know how to pronounce this gun, but it's getting a huge buff as well. I absolutely love the reload animation that it has on this gun. It looks super cool to me, I don't know why. Anyway, let's move on to the changes it's getting. So they are buffing the first damage range on this gun, which I don't even know what that range is. I never used this gun in rank, so I don't know. But also buffing the ADS accuracy as well as the hipfire accuracy. I think that's a okay buff. And also the long barrel, I think that's the one that turns into like chopper. They're decreasing the ADS movement speed penalty on that attachment. Up next we have a small change to the Locus. They are improving the sprint to fire speed on this sniper, and please don't judge my sniping skills, okay? I'm not a good sniper, I know that. This is the only secondary that is getting buffed in the next season, the MW11. They are reducing the recoil it has, which is quite a lot if you see this. I don't know if that's the animation or that's the actual recoil. If you watch videos on my channel, you can easily tell I always use the MW11, so I'm absolutely up for this buff. Okay, they are nerfing the Peacekeeper, and it's not just a little nerf, it's a pretty significant nerf, which I think is needed because this gun is absolutely insane. And I just realized the whole season is about to end and I never made a video on this thing. I thought I covered all the meta weapons, but apparently I didn't. I think I need a dentist for my brain. I don't know why I'm so cringe. Anyway, the nerf we are getting on the Peacekeeper is that they are decreasing the range and the agile stock ADS movement speed, which is probably the best attachment on Peacekeeper. And also they are reducing the flinch reduction from the firm grip tape attachment, which is huge. It gives like 90% flinch reduction, man. What the heck? I'm actually up for this nerf. And at last we have a cute little buff to the MSMC. Actually, it's not just a buff, it's a nerf also. So what they're doing, they're improving the damage it has, which is absolutely needed because this gun is a literal pea shooter currently. but they are also decreasing the range, which I don't think was needed. This gun doesn't have range. That's pretty much the only problem that it has. But if the damage range is huge, then we can see the possible comeback of the MSMC next season. So that's it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed, please drop a like onto this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.